Coming back at you with some more live streams. So last night we ended up at round 60, 10 rounds off what I felt, what my goal was. But I was feeling slightly tired, and my personal rule of thumb is that if you're feeling tired, don't force yourself to continue playing because it's only going to end up being bad for yourself. Now let's reconnect this controller. Let's just kick into things. We've got an insta kill to help us smooth into things as I get used to the sensitivity and all that. And to help, just showing the round a little bit. So, I'm going to start off and be like, how was everybody's day? Mine was okay, a bit of a rough start, but that's how life goes. Can't have a great start every morning. But I ended up getting better towards the end of the day. I had a few laughs. I was watching. On eBay, there's like an auction house type thing. There's a seller that acts like an auction house, I should say, called PWCC. They specialize in trading cards and sports cards. And every month they do a set of auctions that last a course of a couple of days. And so a bunch of buddies and I were sort of like watching that, and we're just like sort of commenting on like the price of certain cards. We collect Pokemon cards, so like we were just commenting on the price of like cards, like how some went for ridiculous prices, how others went lower than we expected, and all that sort of stuff. And we also had a little bit of banter, and it was generally a good time. Once the auctions end for the day, we sort of just like chill for a little bit and just have a little bit of fun, just talk. Because some of these guys, they only come into the Discord chat for that day or 2 days of the month, and so like it's nice just to talk to them, sort of thing. Moving into this, my goal for tonight is 100, but if I can get it higher, that'd be dope. Right. I haven't actually bought any Pokemon cards in like 3 or 4 months, purely because I just want to focus on my anime collection. I feel my anime collection is more important to me at this stage than what my Pokemon collection is. But I still keep up with current releases, like in terms of like what's popular, what's not, and the current trends of like what cards are going up in price, which ones are going down, that sort of thing. Just because I've got friends who they do a lot of like buying and selling. Sorry about that. Just had to answer a phone call. But yeah, as I was saying, like, I, I feel like currently my anime collection is like more important to me than what my Pokemon collection is. Just because like I'm trying to get complete this, like I'm collecting dot hack sign um, items, and I'm trying to get like a very unique and complete collection. Like for the games, the original games, I've got the director scripts for those. I've also got some animation stills and some free some anime cell sketches. Like I'm trying to make it as unique to me, and like something you just don't see in any other dot hack collection. Because like when you imagine these collections for certain anime and all that sort of stuff, you imagine that the person has the DVDs, the Blu-rays, all that sort of stuff, the manga, the novels. Some people may not have the manga and novels, but others just do. You know, maybe the figures, the figures. For me personally, I try to expand it to be as inclusive and unique as possible. Because I want people, like, if I showcase my collection to other people, I want them to be like, damn, you don't see that every day. Like, that's something like you don't see in anyone else's collection. It's totally unique to my collection. And I overheated this gun, this flamethrower. So I've been grinding up the dot hack collection for the past, let's say, 7 months now. I've got half the figures. I mean, it's not really fair since half the figures like garage kick figures, and like half of them, according to my figure collection, like they may not even exist. Like because they're drafted, they got drafted. Like if something on there's a draft, it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It just means like it still needs to be edited and all that sort of stuff, added information. But a lot of these you just can't. I haven't seen any. It doesn't mean they don't exist, but like I don't know. Garage kits are just hard to sort of gauge in whether or not they're authentic or not, and all that sort of stuff. I try to stay away from them as much as possible, but you know. And then I haven't really delved too deeply into the DVDs. Like I've got all of Dot Hack Sign, I've got all of Legend of Twilight, Quantum, and 6 volumes of Roots. I believe there's 9 volumes of Dot Hack Roots. So I've got most of the DVDs. I've got some of the manga, but like it's all in Italian because I got it when I was on a trip to Italy last year. So like I'm trying to grind that collection out, trying to flesh it out, trying to make it like when I finally get around to displaying it, make it like an appealing collection to look at. Other than that, though, like, I mean, I need to learn money management skills because currently my management skills aren't exactly the greatest. I've been sort of overspending a bit too much, and it feels like I'm just not getting any closer with my collection. Like I keep adding stuff to my collection, but I'm not getting closer to like an endpoint or to a point where it just becomes harder to find items. I mean, it doesn't help that I expanded my search terms. Like, I added some search terms and I expanded upon them so that I see more items on a regular basis. And it's not even including stuff I'd find on Japanese websites like Yahoo Japan and Macari and all of that. I can start double landing these zombies now. That was weird. I got distracted because my phone vibrated. That's why I didn't do a proper loop around like I would have normally done. I actually have, because I felt like I wasn't going to be saying much about the game. Like, there's not much to comment on the game, on the gameplay and all that sort of stuff from yesterday. I did prepare some topics from Reddit to talk about. Just because I just want some conversation pieces. So the first conversation piece I have is What's sure to happen in the near future that almost no one is prepared for? So, I chose this topic because there's a show on Netflix called Doomsday Preppers. Now, Doomsday Preppers is I enjoy it. It's a interesting show because there's people who prepare for super volcanoes. There's people who prepare for an EMP blast from either like a solar flare or a foreign a country that your country is not friendly with, like say North Korea or Russia, and they prepare for this sort of thing, and they prep for, or maybe like an earthquake. They prep for the worst, the like doomsday basically. And so I feel like out of those situations, I feel like a solar flare is something that people would not be prepared for, or an EMP. Now, it's unlikely that another country would use an EMP. Say you live in the United States, I live in Australia, but I bet another country's going to use an EMP on Australia or the United States. But a solar flare could be possible. I mean, you do if you look at what they say about solar flare movement and activity. They don't believe there's going to be any activity. Solar flares are going to be impactful enough to shut down electronic systems, or solar flares I should say, coming from the sun. But you never know. You probably want to have a Faraday cage prepared, so at least you've got some sort of technology that you could use. Faraday cage is basically just a metal box with some like lining inside it, like say some rubber lining or something like that. So it draws the electricity to the box, but not through the box. So it passes around the box and not through it. So it doesn't ruin your electronics or anything like that. And I just feel like no one's really prepared for that, because like a lot of our stuff is a lot of it what we do, even like what I'm doing now, it's all based on technology. By not being prepared for something like solar flare, I mean everything's going to go down. Like banking systems will go down, internet's going to go down, everything. And so I feel like that's a situation that people aren't prepared for. And it doesn't mean like you have to like hoard a bunch of food or anything like that, like non-perishable goods. But you could prepare by having like you don't even need something large. You just need like you just need a metal box, like let's say like a little lock box or something like that. And just align it with some rubber, or some plywood or something like that. Something that just breaks the charge. And so you can have some sort of like maybe walkie-talkie or something like that. A ham radio preferably, because ham radios they don't work off man-made radio signals. They work off radio signals that occur in nature. So that's something I feel like people aren't actually prepared for. I feel if more people were prepared for a solar flare, it'd be a lot easier to maintain control in a doomsday type situation. And it would take a little bit of time to like get the power grid back online and all that sort of stuff. But if everyone was prepared, everyone knew like that's a potential risk, then I think like the country would be or your area where you live would be in a lot better position because you are prepared for it. Like I'm not a prepper or anything like that, but I think there's habits and lessons you can learn from people who are preppers. Like you can learn to be more to plan for like a worst case scenario, not for a worst case scenario, but you'd be more likely to plan for an event which may vastly impact your life. So like if you learn like a little bit of skills or anything like that could help you in the long run in one of these situations. That'd be good. It's like if you're a samurai. Well, that's actually a real badge. That's actually real. That's a bad example because it makes me sound like a weeaboo. But I remember it was something to do with samurai or ninja. I think it was a samurai, and the master always advocated for peace, and the student said, "Why do you advocate for peace, but practice such a deadly was such a deadly or aggressive a violence uh, a violence what's it art. And he said, and so the master said, it's better it's better to be a warrior in the garden than to be a gardener in war. Like, it's better to be prepared than to not be prepared at all. And that just goes back to any other saying, like any of those type of sayings, like failing the plan is a plan to failure, and all that sort of thing, all these sort of things. Like, you just want to be prepared for the future. Okay, now that I've got that topic covered, let's see. What job makes you stop and think, how does that make money? Now, I chose this one because I feel like in today's age, in the way today works, like technology and all that sort of stuff works, no job surprises me, right? No job makes me stop and think, how does that make money? But and it doesn't really impress me. Like, it doesn't impress me when people make money from stuff. What impresses me is how they make it happen, right? So it doesn't like impress me that someone thought about selling canned oxygen to China. But what impresses me is the fact that they're able to market it to a Chinese market, like salons and all that sort of stuff, and make the wealth from it. It's a unique idea. I never thought of it, and it's one of those ideas that it's hard to replicate because there's probably already a monopoly on the industry. I don't know. There's a few billion people in China, so maybe there's always a market opportunity. But like, when Pokemon Go first came out, people were like, "Oh my goodness, people are paying for other people to take their phone for a walk and like level out their Pokemon Go account and all that sort of stuff." That doesn't make me be like, "Oh well, that's a dumb idea. How does that make money?" No, it's more like, well, these people are capitalizing on a bad. I mean, I wouldn't trust my phone to some stranger, but you know, some people do. Some people want to make sure they got the best accounts they can possibly have. So why not? And it's like anyone who deals in achievement hunting, like there's websites which they'll hack achievements onto and then they'll put them onto your account, all that sort of stuff. That doesn't surprise me. Like, it's all that sort of thing where there's so much opportunity to make money nowadays than there was 20 years ago, that nothing just makes me stop and think, how does that make money? It's just nothing makes me think that. There's nothing else for me to talk about on that. Let's go. What is the creepiest, most paranormal thing that's happened to you? My friend reminded me about this one, actually. So, back about, I would say 5 years ago, I think it was summer or something like that. There was a storm sort of brewing in my city around like 10 p.m. midnight-ish. And my friend and I were talking on Skype. This is back when Skype was relevant. And I'm basically falling asleep, and he's just sort of sitting there at the computer. And all of a sudden we hear this voice. He describes it as a baby. I describe it as a witch. But it just starts going, right? And I was like, the fuck was that, man? He's like, I don't know. Like, what was that? We had no clue what it was. He's like, is it a sheep? Is it a goat? I'm like, it sounded like a person to me. And so what ends up happening, and then like it felt like a 10 minutes later, it might have been half an hour later, you just hear this boom, this fucking thunderstorm, this lightning just hits the ground, and it shakes his entire house and knocks out half the power, like half his house is zero power. Somehow he still able to talk to me because that just was part of the house that wasn't affected by the lightning. And like it was this massive rainstorm, thunderstorm that was just. It's just like, was this a sign? Was that creepy fucking witch just a sign for this storm to happen? Like it just seemed like a bit of a coincidence, to be honest. Like I went from like dead tired, just about to fall asleep, to like dead awake, like full on awake. Like how? What kind of storm is this? Like how is it so powerful? My power went out, but I was using mobile data. And I didn't realize it. I'm like, oh no, I'm using mobile data. I'm gonna have no credit when I wake up in the morning. Like it's gonna be harsh. But it was just such a strange event that had happened. And like we talk about it, okay, we do talk about it like maybe once or twice a year since then, and like we always talk about it in the same fashion. It's like, oh, like what was that noise? Like what was that sound we heard? Like did someone just draw on a Skype call and do that like as a joke, or was it really just like like not a ghost or demon, or was it like just Skype just messing up or something? That like what was it? Like I want to get down to the bottom of that noise. What was it? Last zombie for round 68. Sweet, round 69, let's go. Move on to the next topic I had prepared. Reddit, if the devil punishes bad people for doing for being bad, does that make him a good guy or bad? Why or why not? I think this is an interesting question, right? So, traditionally and historically, the devil's treated, or Satan, however you like to describe him, is treated as a villain. Not a villain, but as a creature that is, or a being that tempts humans into doing things that God doesn't, that stray from God's light and word and intention, all that sort of stuff. And so a lot of people, when you're when in whichever faith you believe in, when they say you're going to hell, like you're gonna be punished by the devil. But I think they forget. I think what people would mean is that the devil's gonna punish them, right? But the way it's been described to me is the Satan doesn't really punish you. Satan just takes you off the path of God. God is the one who's actually punishing you for your sins. And so it was described to me that it'd be like sitting at a table. Like hell would be like sitting at a table where you can't reach any of the cutlery to eat your food, and you just sit and you're stuck there. You can't do anything. You can't eat. You can't do nothing. Because it'd be like that for either eternity, or we don't know if it's eternity or if it's for only for X amount of time until you've paid for your sins. Don't know. But it'd be like always being hungry, but never being able to eat. And so I think the misconception is that the devil's the one who punishes you, when realistically it's Satan wanting to have more people turn against God, like he did. Now I'm not Christian or anything like that. I'm not religious or anything like that. But I feel like people misconstrue the idea that Satan is the one who punishes you, because if that was the case, then it'd be like as if Satan was working with God in terms of keeping people, for punishing people for their sins and not atoning for their sins during their life, and not handing their life to God and all that sort of stuff, which isn't the case at all. But I feel like media has portrayed Satan in such a way that it's hard to imagine anything different to how it's portrayed nowadays, unless you look into it. Sorry for yawning. I'm just like, I'm not. It's not that I'm tired. I'm kind of exhausted. I'm gonna move on to the next topic after this round, but just yeah, I don't really have much to add on to the whole Satan, the Devil Satan thing, because I feel like I wrapped it up nicely in that 5 minutes of round 69. But if I was to add anything, I feel like sometimes people need to, if people want to learn about something, they need to look into it a little bit more than because sometimes the way it's portrayed in society is different to how it actually was or is. Damn, I only got half a mil points. I can double lane these zombies now. Also, 30 rounds to reach my goal tonight. But if I'm feeling up to it, I'll go past round 100 because my PB is 130. And so, if I can get to if I can beat my stream PB tonight, if there's a chance for me to do that, I would not mind doing that. At round 80, I'm probably gonna just because they're probably at the 1 hour mark, I'll just go grab myself a glass of water and all that sort of stuff. Let me get up this new topic quickly. Okay, what job could future robots not replace human workers? So this is an interesting topic that people fear, like automation society, like we're gonna lose jobs, all that sort of stuff. Now a lot of people seem to think that future robots couldn't replace things like art and on anything along those lines of creative jobs or human relations in terms of psychology or therapists or anything like that. I think that's wrong. I think robots can replace anything. I think robots can replace any job once we start implementing AI. Once we start implementing AI, I feel like robots can replace any job. Any job at all. I think at the moment there's a lot of jobs they can't replace, just because either they're too complex, or it's just that we don't have the technology, we don't have the ability to be able to program such a function or anything like that. But I feel like once AI is more widely accepted, is more of a widely accepted idea, then nothing's impossible. I feel like robots can replace and will replace every job. I mean, robots are going to eventually get rid of the need for being able to drive. I mean, with Tesla cars, hey, what up? As I was saying, with Tesla cars and all that sort of stuff, I feel like with those cars, self-driving cars, they're going to replace taxi drivers and all that sort of stuff. What did you get for dinner? No KFC. Feels bad. No KFC. Feels bad, man. Incorrect. I'm on round 72, so by the time you left, like from the time you left to now, I've completed 11 rounds. I don't know. I tell you what's like, a real shame. There's a real lack of Monopoly videos on YouTube. Like, why aren't there any like proper Monopoly series on YouTube? Like, I just want to watch people play Monopoly. I want to watch people play Monopoly well. I don't want to see amateurs. I don't want to see any fucking big YouTubers who don't know how to don't know how to fucking play Monopoly properly or anything like that. I want to see like hardcore professional Monopoly, man. I thought you had a Twitch account. Like, wasn't it Sir Cannibal Master or something about? What's it with you and all your accounts getting hacked, man? One of these captures. Oh, yeah, I get what you mean now. You don't actually have to do that. No. I just have like a bar on top of your fucking tab being like, please verify your browser. I mean, please verify your email. But like, they don't actually do anything. They don't stop meeting the website or anything like that. Oh, I think that's just a bug with Steam. Yeah, I think that's just a fucking glitch with Steam. How has Jaden got so many hours in RimWorld? Jaden. Was it Jaden with... Oh no, Zach. 624. On Skyrim, I thought it was RimWorld. Oh, that's even worse. How? How do you... How do you spend 624 hours on a story game? You know what I mean? It's like the story doesn't change every time you play the game. I was just a speedrunner. Which could be the case. He could be a speedrunner. No, Zombie Prodigy. My stream title is aiming for around 100. Let's go. I mean, you can just follow the link and on. Oh no, you're on your phone, aren't you? What? You have to go World War Zombies. Yeah, a little bit, but technically I'm the only person streaming World at War at the moment anyway, so it doesn't really bother me. I think there's a way you can add multiple games to your stream. I just don't know how to do it. I normally get PlayStation ads, man. I've never had an Xbox ad. I swear I've never had an Xbox ad on my when I watch my own stream. I mean, it's like I get. It's not like I actually make any money off the streams or off the ads or anything like that. But I just find it interesting how you got the Xbox ad, while I've only ever gone the PlayStation ad. Like, have you been searching Xbox recently or anything like that? Nah. What kind of message in the chat was that? Oh shoot! I accidentally hit the stairs again. Hey Chris, how you going? Oh, you're talking about the emotes. Oh yeah, those are the default ones, man. You gotta subscribe to people to get the cool looking ones. Which one's that one? That's stone lightning. That's stone lightning. I feel like I'm going to hit round 80 a lot quicker than I thought. I thought it was going to take me an hour to get to 80. Which in that case, I might be able to get to around 130 tonight. All that should show up on the stream soon. You can't. I don't know. Like, one, I would have to have like some sort of Twitch donation, like PayPal. So I don't know how they do it. I also haven't looked into donations or anything like that. But then second, it. But I have to be affiliated to be able to get bits and stuff like that. Bro, if that happened, if some random person donated 100,000 to me, like, no, I wouldn't. I'd pay off one of my houses. It'd be the quickest decision of my life. Pay off that house. Won't have to spend Oh yeah, I wouldn't be spending like $800 a month just off paying off a house. Thank you for the follow, S and Skittles. Welcome to my stream. Hope you enjoy it. and I hope you stick around for a chill chat. Bro, I was watching these Pokemon auctions today, and this like $600 card ended up ending at $1,500. It was crazy. It was actually higher than 1,500. Like one guy, it got like 640, and it was just two guys like sort of like competing against each other in like the last 20 seconds. One of them's like, "Nah, I'm bidding $1,500. Let's go." He bids that, and then immediately he gets outbid to $1,600 and loses the card. It's like, damn. Like how much of that suck? Like it must have been like the last card he was looking for in his collection. And then another card which people weren't thinking was going to go above 10,000 ended up going for 26,000. Which was insane. Yeah, no, crazy auctions this month. How do you feel about the about PlayStation allowing cross compatibility with cross platform play on Fortnite with Xbox and the Nintendo Switch? Because like me personally, I honestly don't like it. I feel like because like before PlayStation's like, why would we do that? We're a superior platform to the others, and now I feel like it is sort of turning their backs on what they previously said for no real reason, unless Epic gave them like some sort of massive payout. Pass. The issue with that is I feel like it's a lot harder for them to implement than what it actually is. Because PlayStation is the most played system out of those three systems for Fortnite. Like, for them to do that, like, they'd just be cucking over the majority of the console fan base. No, it's not. Yeah. Like, Call of Duty won't be cross-platform purely because PlayStation gets the DLC a month early. I mean, they had crossplay for Rocket League. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Like, I don't know. I feel like if you bought an Xbox, you should just sit in the grave you dug yourself. Like, you bought the inferior console. Just be honest about it. I mean, PlayStation had to live for years. The PlayStation 3 had to live for years, where everyone's like, "Oh, Sony sucks, man. PlayStation 3 was the inferior console, man." All that sort of bullshit. Yeah, exactly. Like, Xbox had. Yeah. Yeah. Like, they. Xbox have. X. Xbox had their food, man. Yeah. S- oh, that's so dumb. Like, it's it's not even the games. It's also Xbox always had the exclusive, the fucking, the game, the special console editions like Gears of War and all that sort of stuff. They always had like all the cool consoles and all that sort of stuff. Like, Xbox, you've had your food. Like, you guys have had your food. Pass the plate over. It's PlayStation's turn. Yeah. Even then, like, PlayStation hasn't had nearly as many as what Xbox did. We don't PlayStation players don't even gloat about anything. Like, we got bad exclusive titles, and we got Xbox faggots being like, "Oh, bro, we got better exclusives." No, you don't. They're not exclusives. They're all on fucking PC, bro. Like, that's not exclusive. It's on PC, bro. We got Forza. We got Forza, bro. Yeah. Oh, it just annoys me, man. Like, last generation, Xbox has better exclusives. We get Gears of War and Halo. And Forza. Meanwhile, like, PlayStation's like, oh yeah, well, we had The Last of Us. We had this game. We had that game. Oh no, 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 no! Xbox is superior because Bill Gates said so. It's like, holy shit! Just stop eating off the dick of Bill Gates, man. Yo. Yeah, like Xbox people just need to stop riding off Bill Gates' dick, man. Yeah, but it's still off Bill Gates' dick. I like I like how like all the best consoles in history have all been Japanese, and you got this one American fucking company being like, "Oh guys, we're cool too, man. We're hipper with the Japanese." It's like, bro, it's like get a life. Like, I'm more likely to buy a Nintendo Switch than I'm an Xbox One. Purely for the fact that speedrunning Super Mario Odyssey seems fun. That's the only reason I'd buy a Nintendo Switch, or if the new Pokemon game looks like new canon Pokemon game looks good. I'm surprised I'm around 82 within the hour. I thought it'd take me like an hour to get to around 80. I didn't even realize I got to like 500,000 points. Last time I checked, I was like on 440,000 points. I wonder if it's if there is a point cap in this game. Because in Black Ops 2 they introduced a point cap where you could only get a max like 100,000 points or something like that. Or 1,000,000 points or something like that, which I think was dumb. But you know, it's that. Fantasy. Of what? Of Van Helsing. That's weird. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Let's probably go for Tomato Head guy. Because no, them SJWs be like, oh, is it a tomato woman? Because a tomato man is sexist? Bro, it's a fucking tomato person. This pro skill right here. This raw talents right here. Bro, I need to buy some Adidas. they released the Dragon Ball Z line, and apparently there's a 40% sale on Adidas shoes at the moment on their website. So I need to get me a pair of them. Yeah, true. Oh, it's a fucking nuke for the start of next round. Yes, please. Oh, dude, watch this shit. You have to watch this shit. This is gonna be the dopest shit you've ever seen in your life. Just wait for it. Ended the entire round without me having to actually deal with a single zombie. No, that's what I need to hit to be able to get into the top 20. My personal best on the stream is 130. But my current goal is to get to 227, so I can submit it to the leaderboards. But obviously, like like, it'd be dope if I could beat the world record. Would be really dope if I could get to 163 tonight, just so I can get those insta-kill rounds. Just because insta-kill rounds are like the best thing to ever experience. After you've played a game of zombies like 8 hours. You know, they actually took insta-kill rounds out starting Black Ops 2. Which is kind of lame. It's technically a bug, but it's a bug you can't stop, so, like, people, like, you know, whatever. But they took it out, which is kind of lame. The potential to get to, like, higher rounds was cut because of that. Because what they discovered is that, so when people got to, like, really high rounds in the game, disconnected or anything, or something like that, it used to be because people thought that there wasn't enough RAM in the system, like on your system to be able to handle it all, to process like all the information that's happened in the past X amount of hours. But what people have discovered since then is that the game actually has like an internal timer, and once it hits a certain time, it just resets itself, and it resets the game with it. So there are some world records where the people never went down or anything like that. They never died, and they've technically reached the max what is it, the max round you could possibly reach on that map. And so to basically realistically do is hope you can match it, which is kind of lame. Because it stops stuff interesting like this. Like, that stops interesting things like World of War happening. Like, in World of War Zombies, you've got people who can get to, like, around 1,000, so all that sort of stuff. And so it stops interesting things like that. Because, like, on certain maps, you could have, like, a difference of, like, 200 rounds between first and second place. But I guess they just didn't think people would actually be able. Well, they should realize now, but I guess like at the time they didn't realize people would be able to like just not die for the maximum amount of time possible. Damn, I've nearly hit 90. That went so quick. That actually went so quick. These past 30 rounds have gone super quick. I think 163 might be possible tonight. I mean, that depends, like, if I get, like, how tired I feel by the time I hit the second hour of a stream. Because generally, I stream for 2 hours, and then, like, I'm tired. Like, I get to a point where I'm tired, and I don't want to keep pushing myself in case I start falling asleep and I mess up and end up killing myself. It's always nice when the last two zombies die at the same time. Damn, 600,000 points? How am I getting all these points, man? I just don't, like, I stopped paying attention to the points for like 5 minutes and it seems like I'm up another 100,000 points. You finished Spider-Man, right? No, I'm just curious. Oh, gee. I can probably start double laning these zombies. Might turn the AC on my room in a moment. It's getting a little bit hot in here. Hot. You know, we never actually went to the markets to see that dude's store. I don't know. Honestly, I looked it up. I looked up Glenorchy markets and it just said it's on Sundays. So I presume it's every Sunday. Yeah. After school holidays, because my schedule's fucked during school holidays. We are completely booked out. And school holiday starts this Saturday, this tomorrow basically. So yeah, oh my life's gonna be so fucking shit. Like whoever invented school holidays, like why did you do this to me? What did I ever do to you? I like how these zombies just spawn in so quickly now. That I don't even need to do one entire lap with my train. I just need to just like make it long last enough in the first lap that all the zombies just joined the train. Remember when we used to play co-op on this? Those are good times. No, we never go to co-op record on this. Oh, another nuke, let's go. No, I think our best was like 15 or something like that. And our strategy used to be that we would run a train, then we'd go into the top room, like the top floor, and then we'd pull out like ray guns and start mowing down the zombies. I remember we used to also run double shotgun, which I never understood why we ran double shotgun. Besides the fact it gave you double ammo. Like, the game would give you double the ammo if you had two shotguns. But, like, I think that was the only advantage it had to it. And besides, like, getting, like, quick kills, like one to two shot kills in early rounds. What is it? Mm-hmm. Oh, dude, what? You know my friend Harrison when we played Fortnite with that one time. He was like I think it was last year or something like that, maybe a year before. He's like, bro, you gotta get Friday the 13th. You gotta get Friday the 13th. Like he was desperate to play Friday the 13th with me. Good thing I never bought it. I get for free next month. Oh yeah. Also, you can have more people on the map as well. And it's not just fucking fixing generators constantly. Wait, what is it? Rocket birds. Never heard of it. Bro, when did I hit round 92? Holy shit. I'm going beast mode. I'm going to have to grab some water. Once I hit round 100 though. Just because, like, I'm thirsty. I'm parched. Well, I see zombies around 92. Let's go. One zombie left. It's nice when they die quickly, just purely because it saves me time. Bro, I might have to stop playing once it gets around 100 because like I'm getting them droopy eyes, and I'm like, oh no, don't give me them droopy eyes. Because as soon as that happens, you know, it's like you start falling asleep and you end up dying because of sleep deprivation. It's like, damn, bro. I had like around 300 game I was doing once, and like I was just playing casually, and like I was just tired, and I sort of had the feeling like, man, I'm tired. I really shouldn't be playing, and I started falling asleep and I died. Oh, it was painful. I thought the general consensus that LA Noire was a well-loved game. I never got to play it. I wanted to play it, but I thought that everyone enjoyed LA Noire. That was just my. Remember when it came to the Switch and the Switch were like, the Switch players were like, you can't even tell the difference between the Switch version and the PlayStation version, and the Switch version looked like it came out on Nintendo 64. Oh, oh my goodness! I remember seeing a screenshot and just laughing. Hey guys, our LA Noir test barely runs on the Nintendo Switch. Let's get GTA 5 on here. Right. Everything's cheap for pre-owned EV games. I mean, $25 is pretty cheap. But I remember Kerbal Space Program. I don't really like those building games where you build like a ship or anything like that, and then you don't really have much of an objective. It's like where it was like Call of Duty had sort of just died, and there was nothing to really fill space on it besides GTA. I remember Happy Wheels, man. Didn't PewDiePie make Wheels popular? I feel it. Remember when Sliver.io became the popular thing to play on YouTube? It's like, guys, check out my new Sliver.io high score. I got 30,000 points. Oh, like Slender Man. I I feel like PewDiePie influenced all of those games. Yeah. Yeah, it definitely was a time period, because I remember I feel like it was 2000 and it was even as early as 2012. Because I remember being in 10th grade in computing, and everyone's like, oh, let's play Slender Man, bro. Oh, Slender Man's best game ever. It runs on any computer, literally any computer ever made. And then everyone made their own Slender Man spin-offs, like, Slender Man, but you're in a mansion. What? That's so dumb. Yeah, like, why would they do the... Why would there be and the bundled version be cheaper than the individual versions. Like, it makes no sense. Oh, distance kill over there. Hoping for an easy round 95 here. Oh, is that on special? Oh, damn. I mean, I was gonna buy like a sealed Japanese copy, to be honest, because like, I'm not sure if they released it in English, like the special edition that Japan had. But it's a nice case. The special edition is a nice case. But do I actually last recode? Oh, nuke! Oh, early round nuke. Oh, that's what you want in all your life. That's what you want. Oh, let's go. There's an instant kill, bro! Oh my goodness, let's go! Oh, oh. Getting that cycle of easy rounds. Oh, I love it. I love it. Let's go, bro. Let's go. Oh my goodness, I love it. Oh, look at this massacre. Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh. Rip, no new coins to kill the next round. Oh well. Yeah, that's around 163. It's over 162, 163. Oh man, I haven't had a situation like that happen in a long time. I love when it happens though. Just getting that insta-kill into a nuke into the insta-kill. Oh. Just basically skipping 2 rounds. I love it. Absolutely love it. Oh my goodness. I live for those moments, man. I absolutely live for those moments. Because it's a 105GB download. It really is. Like I was sort of on the fence about getting it in the first place, but like after learning it's 105GB, no thank you. Like you literally have to have a second PlayStation 4 for it, unless you buy a hard drive. Oh yeah, no. It's like, please don't have it. Please, just. I don't mind games having special edition pre-orders and all that sort of stuff. I don't mind that. What I do mind though, is games which don't really need it, like Happy Wheels, console edition, special gold limited edition. Get 3 additional characters. No, I haven't played Siege, no. What is it? Oh, when you say Siege, like, I don't know what Siege is, but when you say Rainbow Six Siege, I understand that. Nah, bro, that's like, you know how you hate playing Call of Duty on hardcore mode? Imagine that, but that's the standard mode in the game. Oh, maybe that's different. I don't know, it's just not a game which interests me. Wasn't that gonna... This weekend? A free weekend? I don't know, boy. You sure Rainbow Six gonna have a free weekend this weekend? I don't know. I haven't heard about any games getting a free weekend this weekend. But usually I know about the Bandai Namco games. Remember when we were waiting for Tekken 7 to come out, and I wrote a message to the Bandai Namco Facebook page being like, yo, just tell us when it's gonna be out. And we all know it's ready. We all know the game's ready. Just tell us when it's gonna come out. And they're like, oh, we don't know what's gonna come out, but stay tuned to when it does come, to like when we announce when it's gonna come out. It's like, no, bro, just tell us now. Just tell me now when it's gonna come out. Speaking of which, one of my friends on Steam actually just got on Tekken 7. Is my stream like buffering for you? What? Ghost Recon. Maybe just rebought it. Hello, zombie bro. Man, I feel like my stream is like hella dying, but I'm not sure if it's just my stream that's just buffering or if it's actual just like the stream itself. Like my end of the stream, like on my browser, it's buffering, or it's just like the actual stream itself is just dying. But okay, it might just be my end. But I am gonna probably stop after this round because I don't feel like it's gonna be worth pushing myself to get through like a higher round when I am like getting tired and probably gonna fall asleep soon. Yeah, it's a nice stopping point, and plus that was my goal for tonight anyway, just getting to 100. Okay, I kind of screwed myself over there, but you know, there's always a way to work around this stuff. And that's how you do it. It's pretty simple. Like, that workaround, that double back is so easy to work with on the higher rounds. But when it's early game, that double back is, not double back, that exit plan is so hard to maneuver. Because it's not just as simple as, oh, you just have to drag the zombies to there. It's, you have to sort of train the zombies over there because they're still like moving real slow. You have to group them all up. Then you have to hope you can get an exit route. The stream quality is fine. Thanks, Chris. So in World at War, for the first 3 maps, so Nacht, Untoten, and Shinonuma, it was 24 zombies per round. Then on Doris, they increased the amount of zombies per round. So it was 24 zombies per wave. So waves and rounds are different. So waves are like a group of 24 zombies. A round is like the actual number on the bottom left. And so with the race onwards, in Black Ops 1, 2, 3, all that sort of stuff. There's waves of 24, but there could be multiple waves per round. And so that's why the rounds will last a lot longer in the other Call of zombie maps slash games than what I do in God of War, because God of War you've only got 24 zombies to kill per round, and there's usually, at least for the first 3 maps, there's usually a pretty quick way of doing it, like a trap or flamethrower strategy here is still pretty quick, that sort of thing. So last zombie. Yeah, I mean, I like it. I was saying last night, like, for whatever reason, I just like this map better than, like, all the other maps. Even though it's literally the most boring. Yeah. You know, I mean, I haven't played all the new maps or anything like that. Um, but I can agree. I mean, I guess. But, I'm actually just going to stream here. We made it to the goal of around 100 for tonight. I am feeling, like, normally I'd be on for like half an hour longer. But I am feeling tired and I don't want to risk losing this run, which I've spent the past, 3.5 hours on. But I will be back on tomorrow at the same time, and hopefully my goal for tomorrow night will probably be around 140, and hopefully reach 140, and we can even beat 140 and go a little bit further. But tomorrow's goal is 140. If you haven't already followed, hit the follow button, and hopefully I'll see you in the next stream. Peace.